In today's video, I'm going to show you a really powerful way of creating SEO content that has really reliable sources, and you can do it really quickly. So let me show you exactly how it works. First of all, we are creating a Perplexity page and publishing it. Then take the published link and add it to an Airtable base. The automation is going to take this article, scrape it, turn it into a text that ChatGPT can take and rewrite. And then it's going to create a Google Doc. And then with this content, I can just go in and make any changes to make it my own. And once I'm happy with the content, I can just publish it in my blog. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to set it all up from scratch. And if you want to get some shortcuts, you should join my private community, aimarketingmasters.com, where I'm sharing all of the AI prompts and also the automation files that you can download and upload to make.com to make this process even quicker. First draft for our content. Going to need pro account for Perplexity.ai. Under library, you can create a new page. Let's just pick a topic. Let's say SEO salaries in Texas in 2024. So Perplexity Pages, I feel like, is a really good, it changed topic a bit. It removed the 2024. It probably knew better that the data was insufficient, and it's already giving a lot of numbers. With Perplexity.ai, the good thing is that you can actually trust the numbers because it's also listing all the sources here, as you can see. Okay, and I can also do some changes here. For example, let's make this into a table. And now we have a nice table here as well. Usually I would add more content here. I can add more sections, more subtopics. So let's publish this page, copy the link. And now we want to set up the Airtable base that triggers the automation. So I have this already set up here, but let's do a new one just to walk you through the whole process. Now let's delete all the fields. The main field is going to be the Perplexity page link. The field type is URL. We need the script. We need the ChatGPT. Definitely enable rich text formatting. We also want the Google Docs link, URL, then status. Single select, to do, and let's pick the default option as to do, processed, and published. And the final field that we need is for the date. So we could trigger our automation. This is always needed. Create a time, make the friendly 24-hour format. Okay, so we took this link. I'm going to put it into this Airtable field. And remember, the Perplexity page has to be published for this to work. And then I'm going to create this automation. So first, let's create a new scenario. And we have to start with Airtable. Let's pick watch records. So I need to connect my Airtable and then find the right base. This is SEO blog posts. And the table is posts 2 that we created. Now the trigger field is the created field, which I said we needed. The label field is the Perplexity page link. Limit could be 10, but let's say it's 3. We rarely do more than a few at a time, I think. And grid view is fine for now. So to test it, let's choose a record manually. And this is the record I added. And let's run it once. And it found the record. So as you can see, it found the page link. So at least this part is already working. So now we create another module, which is going to be HTTP and get a file. So this downloads a file from any given URL. And we're going to take the URL from the last step, Perplexity page link. And now once we get this file, we also want to parse the text so we can give this text to ChatGPT and we wouldn't run out of tokens. So next, we're going to check the module text parser and we're going to pick the HTML to text. And the HTML is going to now come from this data from the last step. The next step is going to be ChatGPT, and we're going to to create a chat completion. My accounts are already all connected. So the model, let's use the latest model, ChatGPT 4.0. Now we need to add a message. And this is the prompt that you can download when you join aimarketingmasters.com. This and many more. And then let's add a user message as well. And the user message is going to be simple. Basically with the system message, I'm giving all of the input for what type of rewrites I want to get. Like basically rewrite this in, first person or second person, make all of the paragraphs shorter, more concise, don't use specific language. And also I want to have the output in Markdown format. And so for the user message, I only have to give this message, which is use this input. And this is going to be different one every time. So the input is going to be taken from the text parser, and then maximum tokens. If I put 0 here, it's going to make it the maximum that the model has. And also if you choose the advanced settings, I like to put temperature a bit lower, like 0.7. So it's not too creative. I think if ChatGPT gets too creative, it creates more problems. Okay, and then the next step is going to be Markdown to HTML. Since we asked ChatGPT to give us the output in Markdown format, we now wanted to put it back into rich text. Let's see how I can. So we have to find choices, message, content to get the output from ChatGPT. And then we add another module, which is going to be Google Docs. And we want this to create a new document. Let's find the right folders where I want to create new documents. And I want the document name to be the Perplexity page link. So it would be really easy to go back and see what was the original source. And then the content should be the HTML or rich text that comes from this last module. Okay, and the last module, now the automation has been built, is Airtable, where we want to update the record. So let's pick the same base, SEO blog posts. Let's pick the same table, posts 2. And we need to find a record ID because we want to update the original records. So we get it from here. And Perplexity page link is already here because this we added manually. Scrape text we want to add here now, which is going to be text from text parser. Then the ChatGPT rewritten text, we're going to take the output from ChatGPT, choices, message, content. Then the Google Docs link. I think the correct one is web view link. Yeah, I think this one worked. And then the status, we wanted to update to, let's see what we picked here, processed is the wording we want to use. And then we can save it all. So typically you would want to test each step of the way once you're building an automation like this. But since I'm just recreating something I have already done, then I just build it one by one. But if you're doing it for the first time, definitely rerun the automation and see if you're getting all of the outputs that you want to get. So choose where to start. Let's choose the record we have manually. We have this record and then run it. So now it's generating the rewritten version of the text and giving the output in Markdown format. And just to explain, why do we need to take so many steps? Why not just give the Perplexity page link to ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite it? Perplexity.ai, I think, is blocking ChatGPT traffic, so it doesn't allow ChatGPT to look what's on the page. So we have to use these steps to get the file, then to get text from the HTML file. Then this is the only way to give it to ChatGPT. And if we want to get it in a nicely formatted version, we first have to get the Markdown format from ChatGPT just by saying this in the prompt. And then turning that Markdown format into a rich text format, which is to HTML version. And then we can put this rich text content into Google Docs. And then it's really easy to copy paste it into WordPress. It shouldn't lose any of the formatting, like the bullet points, the headings and stuff like that. Okay, so now the automation ran its course. As you can see, it updated the scrape text part here. So basically, this is the version it gets from Perplexity. Then the ChatGPT rewritten text is here. It's also trying to do the table, and Google Docs link was created is here. And the file name is the original Perplexity page link. It has even attempted to get the image. So now here you have a ChatGPT rewritten blog post that is rewritten in your own style. It is different from what Perplexity output was, but it's still using the same sources and same information. So now it's more of a matter of changing the prompt, ChatGPT prompt, and also making sure that you're making some edits afterwards as well. Never publish anything you haven't manually edited and are not happy with. So this is more like a really good first draft that you can then use and save a lot of time by editing it instead of doing all of this research on your own. So hopefully this is a really helpful way to create new blog posts. Here, just make the changes, use the same sources, and publish this blog post on your blog. For me, this workflow has saved a lot of time, and if you're using it correctly, you should save a lot of time as well and create way more SEO blog posts that you were doing before. They are definitely high quality if you're using high quality information and sources, and make sure to add your own personal touch to these blog posts to make them even more valuable. If you want to have a shortcut to setting up this system, join aimarketingmasters.com, where you can download this make.com automation file and also the prompt I'm using here. You can also get support from other marketers who are interested in leveling up their AI skills. Let me know what other content you would like to see here in the comments below. I really hope that you find this video valuable. Bye!